Welcome back to Voices of Healing and Justice. I'm Dr. McNeil, Executive Director of the Mental Health and Social Justice Clinic, and I'm joined by our co-host, Miso.
I'm Miso Mhlongo, clinical psychologist under the Mental Health and Social Justice Clinic.
Miso, I want to talk about this thing that we do in the Black diaspora. Whether I'm here in South Africa, whether I'm in Kenya, whether I'm in Uganda, whether I'm in London, whether I'm in Brazil, when something hurts you, you are emotionally exhausted. Your fellow Black person will say, just don't think about that. Let that go. We don't crack. We don't crack under pressure. But what if you are emotionally exhausted? Black women in America, we are exhausted. And we decided to sit this presidential term out. We have decided we're just going to sit over here and let this particular person do whatever he's doing in the world because we are emotionally exhausted, exhausted of waving the red flag of, hey, this could be harmful to all of us. We've decided to sit this one out. But what almost threw me out of the rocker is now they're trying to take the power of the Black vote away. So how much more can we take, Miso? How much more of a burden can we take? We had to fight for that right. Not just fight, we lost lives. So we have fought long and hard. And many of us are like, and we're still fighting? 2020, we're still fighting? Let's talk about this emotional exhaustion, Miso. I want you to talk about it from the South African lens. How are the people feeling exhausted?
Dr. McNeil, the emotional exhaustion is a real thing. And it's being felt in our communities, and it has a ripple-like effect. When we're dealing with the criminal aspects and also the financial aspects in South Africa, there's one thing after another that requires us to be aware, active, proactive, but because we're emotionally exhausted, giving up. Everything keeps happening. We keep on having hope, but things continue happening. And it's like we want to be heard, we want to be recognized, but nothing is happening. And in South Africa, definitely GBV, gender-based violence, being on the rise. It's like we screaming, we want to be heard. We want to be kept safe. We want to be promised. And the reality of when we become emotionally exhausted, we lack the empathy. So everyone ends up wanting to fend for their own selves, and the term of umuntu ngabantu, or ubuntu, a person is a person because of other people. Even that is being lost in our communities because of the ways things are happening and us getting to a point of, what is the whole point of all of this? So getting to a space of, I'm exhausted. We don't even, as you said, in 2026, we are still fighting for the basics. What is the whole point of all of this? We are tired. We are exhausted. We feel like emotionally we can't continue. Emotionally we can't fight. We might as well just be ghost walking around the whole world.
Can you get over emotional exhaustion, Miso? With this word, get over that, Miso. No, Anissa, don't think about that anymore. Let's go to work. Can you get over emotional exhaustion with a good pep talk?
Definitely not. Emotional exhaustion is felt. And sometimes people struggle to express how they're feeling, but all they're saying is they're tired. Spiritually, they're tired. Physically, they're tired. Mentally, they're tired. It feels like their hearts are breaking. It feels like their knees are about to fall and their legs can't carry them anymore. So often it's difficult through words to encourage someone to get rid of something that they're physically feeling on all aspects of their life. It's very important that when one is showing signs of having emotional exhaustion, the last thing I want to say is, oh, get over it. Also, be strong, because it's very common in the Black culture that immediately anything happens, also be strong, you're going to be strong. I'm going to get used to it. At that point in time, I don't want to feel strong. I don't want to get used to it. So we need as society to find ways to support those who are emotionally exhausted. Because at some point, the last thing one is to get to a point where it infiltrates the mental status so much that there's complete dysfunction. Make sure the individual is given a platform of expressing what they might be feeling emotionally exhausted about. Allow them to articulate and don't put words into their mouths, but allow them to express the words. Sometimes emotional exhaustion, you can feel it through certain parts of our bodies. If there's a sense of sadness They say the heart is heavy. If there's a sense of stress, the shoulders get heavy. Concern and anxiety, it's all knotty in the stomach and heavy on the head. So maybe encourage people to verbalize where they're feeling the emotional exhaustion and giving people the open platform to express that confusion, express frustration up until one day they realize, okay, maybe I don't want to feel this way anymore. Okay, then when that decision coming from that individual, then we're going to say, okay, so what do you think is the way forward? How do you think you can help and give you a way forward?
Or you're burnt out. What are we going to do to rejuvenate ourselves? We could start with something very practical. We could start with a bath. On Tuesday, you're going to take a long bath. You're going to put your candles, okay? And then we're just going to take a woosah moment. We want to give our audience some practical tools, something that they could do tonight. If they're feeling like, I just can't do this, what can they do, Miso?
Nothing is better than a good night's rest. Literally doing a form of sleep hygiene where you tell yourself, come 7 o'clock, I'm switching off my phone, I'm putting my phone on silent, I'm not opening any TV, I'm not responding to anything, I'm not reading any book. I'm just gonna lie there in bed like a dead duck. Eventually, the duck will be thrown with the water and will flutter its wings and wake up. Rest, rest. I know people, they always tend to say, oh, no, but I don't want to sleep or I can't sleep. It's okay. Just find yourself lying on your bed in the darkness with your eyes closed. Very basic, very simple things like that. Trying to go back into eating something good, treating yourself to something good. Waking up the following morning after a good night's rest, realize, okay, maybe let me eat something healthy as well. So it's rejuvenate the body back as well. So yeah, exercising intertwines with our mental state. Deciding you're going to knock off 30 minutes early at work and go to the furthest bus stop just to get that form of exercise before you get back home. Allow all these thoughts, the sense of exhaustion, express yourself outside of your body physically. And also taking long baths. And also maybe it's okay to go back to reading a book after you've had a good night's rest. It's the little things. You're not asking the audience to go to gym, go for therapy, read self-help books. It's small treats. Good rest, good health, healthy eating habits, good walking habits. Don't need to run or jog. Going back to the basics of reading, if you like to read, listening to music, dancing, because that is another releasing energies. Encouraging our audience to not always look for the big things, but things that you can use around the house in your own self for your own healing.
Also, you could watch a comedy show. If you're burned out, tired, turn on the television, turn to a show that you know is absolutely comedy. Laugh a little and then get yourself a good night's sleep. Over time, you will feel better. I'm talking about practical things that we can do right in our home to rejuvenate this sense of burnout. Miso, burnout is real. What if, Miso, they did the walk, they got a good night's sleep, they still can't shake it? When do you need assistance, Miso? When do you say, done some things, I don't want to do anything. I'm over it. I'm over everything. When do you need professional assistance?
So when you find yourself, Dr. McNeil, consistently unable to even physically wake up in the morning to do your daily activities of living, making yourself food, bathing yourself, brushing your teeth, moving around the house, a lot of us end up wanting to huddle in the corner in the dark and cry, and you don't want to be with anyone, you don't want to do anything. You're constantly crying, feeling anxious, irritable, upset. We realize there's nothing but chaos in your life. You're feeling like you're sinking, like no one can save you. That is the time we're encouraging the audience to reach out to us in a mental health and social justice clinic and express that, you know what, I haven't been feeling okay. I thought I was going to get over it, but now it's been close to a month. And instead of it getting better, I'm realizing it's getting worse. I'm definitely calling out and I'm asking for your help.
There is no shame, no judgment in asking for help. We all need help sometimes. So just let that go and get what you. Thank you so much, Miso. What a pleasure it was for us to talk about. I'm emotionally burnt out. I can't do anything. And to be able to provide some practical tools that we can use that burnout. Thank you. And join us next time on Voices of Healing and Justice.